Hello, good afternoon. How's everyone doing today? It's Christine Trainer talking to you live from New Westminster, British Columbia. It's 2029, June 16, day 196 of my everyday training. I'm a little late today. It's because I had some company. I had my son's nephew, well, my nephew too, and of course his sister. I guess you kind of call her my sister-in-law, since I am, common law married. I guess you call her my sister-in-law. And they came for a visit for quite a while. So I tell you something. I kind of expected to have a bit of a negative buzz, and my nephew he has a lot on his plate and in his life, and so he has a bit of a negative buzz, and so it kind of brought me down a bit. Negative, negative feelings kind of poop you out, and I don't think he means to be negative. Sorry, guys, but man, wow, he's actually trying to take care of his family financially, doing all kinds of stuff for his family, and so he's putting a lot of responsibility on himself. And so he's dealing with a lot, but he's very negative and he gets pissed off and he says not the best things about his mom or his dad. And I find he's very negative. I can feel the vibes of negativity. And you know that we're all full of energy, right? Well, his negativity really drained me because I was trying to get him to stop being so negative because I was just exhausted. I'm really pooped right now, guys, because negative people can totally drain you. Like Megan. I don't think he means for that to happen. He's a sweet young man. He's only 20, I think he's 23. And he's working really hard. He's got a really good job. He's a smart, intelligent, beautiful young man. But he's doing so much in his life, helping his family out, and it's draining him really badly. And he has a negative spin on it a bit, kind of labeling people in negative spin. And he's rather angry with his dad at the moment for what he has done in his life and trying to help his family out. He's really being tough. He's being really negative. And so all I heard from him was negativity. And the more I try to talk about the positive side and why not think about the positive side to things and why don't you turn it around? Like I was talking about looking at yourself in the mirror, right? As I did today. And really giving yourself self-love because you deserve it, self-love, a positive way of doing it. Or I talked to him about gratitude, saying get in the morning and saying gratitude every day to thank the universe for all the wonderful things that happen in your life. And because he has a lot to be thankful for, that he has a wonderful job. Has employees underneath him and he's so young. He's very intelligent. So he got through a lot of courses to get the job he has very quickly. And so he's able to get the job he has really well, and he's doing really well with it. And he's very good at networking with people. So as a result of networking, I tell you this right now, he is where he is right now, and he should be proud of himself for that. He is a very good networker. He's great with people. I think he kind of puts on a face when he does it. Sorry, I didn't mean to label, but that's kind of sometimes people do that in order to get where they're going. And he's a handsome young man, but he is stressed quite a bit because his family dynamic has stressed him out really bad because he's trying to help his mom and dad and do things for them and get him out of a hole, get him on with their life better, and try to help out his older sister a bit. And he's just put a load on himself so badly that he started to label and get angry. So I felt that really bad. I felt the anger. I felt sadness. I felt frustration. I felt like he just wanted to punch a hole in the wall, so to speak. And he kept getting angry with his mom because she came with us for a visit. And his mom is a lovely lady. She works at Save On. Save On is one of our places we have here. And she's doing her best, to work in her life. And through the help of him, she was able to get to better Save On, closer to where he is. And he's the kind of young man who says, I did this for this person, I worked really hard for this to happen, it was because of me that happened. And I don't really do that. Like, a young friend of mine, she's so beautiful and she's struggling with her own life. And she mentioned to me how she's thankful I'm in her life and how I'm being more positive. I said, good. I'm glad for that because she's helped me too. She's helped me with my life as well. So I don't turn around and say, yes, I did that for her. I say, thank you because you're helping me too because I'm learning from you. So what I was trying to talk to my young nephew was, don't put an ownership on what you're doing for somebody. Be thankful that you're doing that and be happy that you've done that. Because when you put ownership of doing something with somebody, then that person feels that they owe you. And I think his mom feels that she will have to owe her son. And that's not fair to put labels and ownership on things. I think if you do something nice for somebody, then awesome. Then feel good about it because you did something nice and just let it go. And then when you need to help a person again, you're there to help them too. Like I have a lovely courses I do online, and this wonderful dean of the university, of the branding university I go to, I'm a part of. He's a wonderful man. He's a 7-figure earner, and he does these courses. And what I love about this is that he takes all his knowledge and he created these wonderful courses. And a lot of people are, and there are so many wonderful free courses. There's one good one though. It's going to be out there on the university. It'll be a paid course, but it's an awesome course. And I'm taking it in the process. I'm starting to take it next week. And it's going to help me further my career in online marketing. And I think it'll be awesome, guys. Truly awesome. But what I'm saying right now is he gives of himself, sort of teaching people what he's learned over the years. And I think that's awesome. That's truly awesome. But he doesn't take ownership of it. He's just saying he's so glad that other people are taking action from these courses and they're doing well with their life. They're doing really well. And I think that's wonderful. I think once you start having ownership of something you've done for somebody, it creates a bigger ego, or it creates the fact that you have to have this ownership to show people, look what I've done. Look what I did for you. I did all this for you. And it makes that other person think that they owe you. And I think that's absolutely wrong. I think you do something nice for somebody, that's awesome. And be happy for the success that person doing through your help. And this is what I say with my young friend who's getting a more positive spin in her life. I'm thankful to the higher power. She's doing well. She's doing better than she did a while back because I'm helping her with my positive input and my wonderful motivational quotes I put online and how I talk on my YouTube here and how I do my everyday journeys. I don't ask to be paid for this. I ask because I'm showing you what I've learned every day and how I feel that I'm helping myself by talking to you about it. And you are maybe learning something. Maybe you gain something from what I'm talking about. Great. Do what you want to do. Take what you hear from me and just use it for your own good because I'm here to share my life experiences and who I am and what goes on with my life and how I'm feeling and what I've learned. Not to get paid for, but to share. This is what I wanted to do. Forgive me. I tell you, he's such a beautiful boy, but his negativity, it drained me. I am pooped now. I'm exhausted from trying to get him to stop being so negative because I found through my wonderful online journey, which I'm continuing to do here, that negativity can drown you out so bad that you can't enjoy what you're doing because you feel you doubt yourself. And I have had a lot of doubts, but that doubting feeling, I know, is the dealing of protecting yourself to make sure you're doing the right thing. And now when I feel that doubt, I say, thank you for being here. You can stay for a little while, but go away. Please leave because I'd rather be, I want no doubt in my life. I am confident in what I'm doing. I am confident that I'm doing a beautiful thing in my life and I am a success and I am abundant. And that's what I'm learning to think. So he is a success and he is abundant. So I was trying to show him, why don't you say more positive things after those two words, I am. And he kept saying, I feel bad. I feel terrible. I feel frustrated. I feel unhappy. He said them like 10 negative words after these I ams. And I said, stop it. Stop thinking like that. You should say, I am a leader, because he is a leader to his wonderful employees. I am success, because he is becoming successful what he's doing. I am abundant. All I kept saying is, I'm a people pleaser, which is negative too, right? I am a people. He kept talking negative, and I said, stop thinking like that. Thinking about the things you're doing for yourself now that are successful for you. Stop thinking those negative thoughts. And I almost got a headache because I felt like I was trying my best. And I thought, he's the only person who's got to get that negative thought. Because I do agree with one of my wonderful mentors, we're all made up of energy, neurons. And so when something negative happens in your life, it can drain the heck out of you. Because simple thoughts and ideas that people have with total negative thinking can drain the heck out of you. Till you feel like you're not helping this person, and you can't. Like, I love my nephew, but I don't want him in my life very much because he's too negative. Yes, he's successful in what he's doing. Yes, he's doing well, but he's also so frustrated with how life is at the moment that all he thinks is negative. He doesn't think, I mean, he's going to work on himself, and he's being tough. He's being triple tough to his mom and his dad. He's going to be triple tough to his sister. And I understand why he's doing that, but I also know you can be tough, but in a diplomatic, peaceful way. You don't have to be tough and just say, "I've done this for you. Get out." That's not what I was trying to tell him. I was trying to tell him that you can find a better way to be like that. Instead, if you want to be tough because you figure tough love is the best way to be, then fine. I understand that. But also be a loving brother and uncle to his little nephew, who's just a little, almost 6 months old. You don't want he wouldn't want to see his little nephew to go down the tube. But he kept talking about he's not going to have a life with his sister. She's not going to take care of him properly. They're going to live. He is in such a way that when they grew up, they were not they didn't have a whole lot of money, and they were struggling quite a bit. So he has this in his mind. I'm not going to struggle. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make good money. So he always had it in his head. Now, that's not a bad thing. No, I think it's great. But he put a negative spin on it. He kept saying terrible things about his mom and almost so his dad. He really hates his dad right now. I'm sure he loves his dad, but he hates his dad the way he is. And I felt sad for that, guys, because I feel that no matter how angry you are at your parents and what they have done over the years, you should still love them for who they were as people, because they are your parents. They are the ones that gave you life. No matter how you were brought up in your life, it may not have been that great. Like, remember the movie Prince of Tides, in the last bit when he says, she taught me one thing, to love my parents for all their flawed inhumanities. So I followed that last part to the movie. And I thought it was the same for Meyer. He should love his mom and dad, even for all their flawed inhumanities, even though Dad made a ton of mistakes, even though he did do a lot of stupid things as he was growing up. I mean, at that time, that's all his father could do to survive. And so he did kind of dumb things to survive. And that's the way it happened. And now that my nephew is older now, he has this true, I wouldn't say true hatred, but he hates the way his father is as a person. And he may love him because he's his dad, but he hates him as a person. So all he says is negative thoughts. Now, I know some people could have negative thoughts and still be successful. I don't know how to do it. And he is being successful because I think he knows where he works. It's wonderful. So when he goes to work, I think when he goes to his work, that's where he feels more happiest. But I know when he goes home, he comes home to a feeling of sadness and negativity. So I was trying to get him to get out of that feeling. And it was hard for me to talk to my nephew, guys, because the negative thoughts were draining me. So I think when people are saying negative words and negative thoughts, they do drain you. I mean, I had one of my mentors was talking about it the other day. She did a quick little live on her Facebook page. She was talking about it. It was a more scientific version, but it's true. Negative thoughts can drain you. I mean, you can spend time with your friend you think is pretty cool, but then all of a sudden, all he did basically, I didn't, but he did. He complained and he was upset and he bitched and he wouldn't stop. And I by the time he left, I went, whew, I am pooped, because the negative thought was hitting my face, hitting me. And I was like, whoa. And I was trying to show positive to him, and it was exhausting, guys. So sadly, I don't want to have my nephew with me that much because it drains me quite a bit. I think his mother is more positive. She's learning a lot of positive thought, and that's cool. Like, I love to have her with me to show her more positivity, and I think she would really do well. But I'm sorry, the nephew, I just can't have him in my life very much because he drains me too much. I need to have continual positivity. That's why I love my work class. I have a beautiful work class I do through the company I'm part of, and there are the most beautiful, positive people. We go and we have a lovely work class, the inspirational videos, the chats. We talk to each other to help one another. We console each other. We give each other inspiration. It's the best thing. My young friend who I see quite often, she comes to visit me. I see her a bit more positive and happy. because I've shown that to her and she's in better shape. I love seeing her son. He's a cutie pie. My niece is the same way, the constant negativity. And it can be really hard because I can't have that in my life because I can't, sadly, I have to push that away a little bit out of my life because I need to continue to have negativity. So if you have to push negative people out of your life, you're going to have to. Like I told Meyer, you can come here whenever you can, but honestly, I'm going to have to say if all you can do is be negative, I'm going to have to, when he comes back and he's really negative, I'm going to say, I'm not going to be here because I'll go for a walk. I'll stay away because I can't handle his negative. I mean, that's why he doesn't come very often because I need to have positivity in my life. So if he doesn't come here very often, I'm sorry to say I'm glad because I need that out of my life because it's really exhausting. Like I love his niece, but when she was here for the 3 months she was with us, because she was here, she lived with us for a while, all I felt was negativity. I kept getting angry and frustrated and tired. And that was the way before I started this work. And it was exhausting, guys. When you have a negative person in your life 24/7, whoa, you can't concentrate. You can't get on with your life. You can't see a proper light. You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel that's beautiful. All you see is darkness and decay and sadness. And I'm not doing that anymore, guys. To me, I want to have positivity every day of my life. I want to feel happy every day. I am happy. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am success. That's I am's proper words behind me. So, guys, if you need to say goodbye to some people who are true negative people in your life, or see them maybe once, I have to see him every so often because he is his nephew, but I only see him once. I'm glad I don't see him very often because he really can drain me. My sweet Masood, the most positive person in my life. He's not a big fan of what I'm doing, but he is very positive and loving, and he's a caring person, and I love having him in my life. He has a sense of beauty about him. And though we argue because he cooks different and I cook different, and so we kind of clash, I'll still eat his food because he took the effort to cook a lovely meal, and I should eat it too. And that's what I'm learning. He took the effort, and he's really good. And he cleaned up after his pots, and I appreciate that. So this is what I'm thinking about too. So there's always a way to turn negativity around to positivity. Just if you want to do it. If you want to stay negative and sad, you gotta be negative. But I cannot have negative people around me anymore because it really drains me. I'm at my health stage right now that every time I feel negative, it's draining me. I'm very sensitive to a lot of negative vibes, and I'll get really upset. I have a slight headache now because he was visiting. I feel really drained. I feel tired, guys, literally. So if you have something like that, guys, I'm not trying to say be cruel. Just find a way to say, I love you very much. I care about you, but your negative vibes are kind of tiring me out. Or just don't see these people very often. But the problem is they're going to say, what, you don't like me? What's the matter with you? You see, that's kind of hard to really take. Like my niece, I don't see very often. She shows pictures of her baby from time to time, but I know she's struggling and she's very negative. So I don't talk to her very much because it's exhausting. My other young friend, like I said, she's spent a lot of time with me, and she's turning her life around, and she's more positive. And I love her because she wants to be positive. She wants to get positivity. So I say, if you want to stay positive, if you need to take negative people out of your life, do it. Too much negativity is like negative ions going at you. And it drains you and drains you till you're like, oh. And that's what I felt today, guys. I felt totally drained. So my advice, if you have somebody or people that are really too negative and you can't live your life properly with them around, you have to say goodbye. So, and I see my kitty cat making noises. Excuse me. What, baby? Come on. See, there's my girl. He's coming to say hello. Now that's a nice positive thing. I'm so happy to have her here. Hello, baby girl. And she was crying and talking. She was just chatting. See, that's the most beautiful part of having an animal. It brightens your days. So I'm sending these positive vibes to you, even though I'm a little pooped from hanging with my young nephew. I'm feeling more positive because I've just gone on here and chatted with you guys and let you know that even if you do have somebody that's there, if this family, then just don't see them as much because they really drain. And I know they don't like that, but people do get pissed off when you don't spend time with them because they be, well, what the heck? They don't realize that the negative feeling and vibes can really put you down, and kind of put a damper on your days. And they don't realize that. But his negativity just drained me. But I'm not being negative right now. I'm saying it's not a terrible thing if you do say goodbye to negative friends or family, or just don't see it. If with your family, you kind of have to just see them less and less. But with your friends, you can say goodbye. So that's just my thoughts today, because I'm a little drained from the negative vibes our nephew had. Whoa. But I'm putting a positive spin that I know I don't see him very often, so I can always recoup and get back on track by doing some wonderful affirmations, which I did, and some relaxing meditation, do some book reading, get my personal development in tow, and I'm back on track. So I hope you enjoyed this one. 20 minutes. Oh, I better stop. It's just like a little, more like a Webby now. My love to you all. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed talking about it. Yes, indeed. My love to you all. And like I always say, make today a great day in your everyday journey, because you can make it a great day. You can keep the positive vibes going in your life. The positive energy I throw back to all of you out there. Mm-hmm. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 197. Who knows what I'm going to talk about tomorrow on my everyday journey, right? My love to you all. Yes, please give me a thumbs up. I would love to have a thumbs up or some more subscribers. I have a number I'm gearing for. I still have it in my head. It seems to be overweighing me, and I'm staying positive about my number of people I'd like to be part of my subscribers, but I'm not going to be upset if it doesn't happen. It's not the end of the world, but we never know, right? My love to y'all. See you tomorrow, guys. Mwah. Big, happy, positive kiss to you all. Bye.